Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Ben.
How's it going?
Hey, what's up?
We're here on a Wednesday playing a whole bunch of really old games because
We got a pile of 8 classic.
video games.
Ben, hold up quotations as I say classics. I can't do it. Classic video games. Some of these are actually classics. Some of these, maybe not so much.
I'm gonna hit the fan really quick because I realized we forgot to
Oh,
turn it off.
that's okay.
We're good now.
Yeah,
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, but yes, first game we're going to start with is Panzer Dragoon.
Yeah, let's just get right to that camera there.
Let's
Game and Pip.
dig right into it. I'm like,
All right,
I'm ready
Panzer
to go.
Dragoon Orta. I've never played this.
So my experience is actually playing a demo,
Mm-hmm.
and then I watched a friend play a lot of it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to finally get the chance to actually play through this.
Oh, okay, cool.
We get that awesome original Xbox boot up every time we do this. Why? Oh, I get it. I'm down. That's the front page. How are we?
Trying to
I was like, why the heck is that there?
Don't look at when I'm looking at other things.
Doing really well, Solo Link. How are you doing? Just hanging in there. Ooh, wait a minute. That's a Jet Set. When's Jet Set Radio Future coming? That's what I want to know.
That's the question, man. That's what I want.
That's the question on everyone's mind.
All right.
Start to begin. Let's get that new game. We're not going to open Pandora's box. That's too dangerous. I'm going to play on normal. Not here to show off. Not here to go off the rails. But yeah, we're going to... This might be like a fast and quick thing. This might be like just an intense time of just hot swapping discs out.
Right, yeah. So we got 8 games here. We're going to check them all out. Some quicker than others, depending.
I think Fuzion Frenzy is already backwards compatible. Cybernetic.
That was one of the default games.
Yeah. So you can play Twisted System, I think is what it's called. All you want. The best Fuzion Frenzy.
Somebody says there are a list of games. There is a list of games at GameSpot.com. We keep updating an article with everything. But as far as the games they just added yesterday, that would be Panzer Dragoon Orta, which is what we're playing right now. Breakdown, Hunter the Reckoning, Conker Live and Reloaded, Jade Empire, SSX 3, Blinks the Time Sweeper, and the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind.
Yeah, and we got a chance to kind of boot up some of them yesterday just to kind of see what was going on. Some of them got some pretty good updates. Like SSX 3 actually runs in a 16:9.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
It looks really good.
It must have had that support already. This one's kind of got a weird resolution.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff going on.
Bars here. Somebody said, is KOTOR backwards compatible? Yes. The original KOTOR was one of the first games to be backwards compatible, and KOTOR 2 is going to be backwards compatible next week. They're actually making a bunch of Star Wars games
a lot of Star Wars games.
So you can be sure we're going to be back for that next week.
Heck yeah.
Someone says, play Battlefront 2. We will next week. It's not available right now. Next week.
Exactly. Play the real Battlefront 2.
Oh boy! You want to get into that? You want to get into that?
I don't want to get into that. Actually, I retract that previous statement. I don't want to argue with anyone today. I'm here to have a good time and play some Xbox games.
Heck yeah!
I'm real stoked to dip back into Blinks the Time Sweeper and.
Does these games even run 60 frames a second?
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them seem like they do.
I can say just with my eyes, I feel like SSX does.
So I don't know the whole science by it, but I know backwards compatibility is a weird thing where some games can run at a higher frame rate, some can't, and it has to do with how they originally programmed the game and locked it. So for example, Red Dead, despite being the fact that the Xbox definitely could run it at 4K 60, it only runs it at 30, and that has to do with the way the game was originally put together. It's not able to run 60.
Yeah, I don't want to do this a disservice by skipping this cutscene.
This cutscene is amazing. Look at that quality CG.
That is the Panzer Dragoon.
Also, this actually doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't look
so
compressed. Do you think they redid the file?
So they might have. There's some weird, just in the quality of CG cutscenes, I've realized in the Xbox's life cycle. This is a pretty good example of a pretty alright CG cutscene.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at what is it, Crimson Skies?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like something someone made in Second Life.
Oh jeez.
It's real weird. All right, I'm gonna try to remember how to do this because I didn't even get a chance to practice this one. but we'll do it up. This looks real clean though.
Bob Jones says, this is a retro stream. You got to show all the opening cutscenes. You can't skip them today. That's a good point. It's the law.
These are the rules.
These
Don't
are the
break
rules
them.
You have to follow.
All right, so I still got the hold the button down to target stuff.
Okay, this looks pretty nice. It has the weird black border, which is kind of strange, but
yeah.
Otherwise, this is looking pretty nice. That although that health bar at the bottom maybe they hasn't held up the best.
That's the other thing too we were noticing. People just didn't give a what about UIs back then.
No, they really didn't care about like font and UI design. It was very just like, I don't know, that works.
This is okay, I guess. We'll go with that.
I feel like it wasn't until the kind of the 360 era where people really started to care about that stuff in a meaningful way.
It'll start showing up around the time we get to Blinks. Definitely, it gets real rough there.
I see a couple Scalebound jokes in the chat.
Yikes!
Oh, rest in peace, Scalebound.
I miss. How do I? Oh, okay. There's a quick turn button that I should have been using the whole time.
Mick Doyle is saying about how Xbox messed up at the start, but they are treating their fans a lot better lately than Sony. True backwards compatible Game Pass and options like that. EA Access is great for gamers. I kind of agree on that sentiment. I still think Sony has the exclusives, and if you're somebody who's interested in playing only current video games, only the newest, hottest releases, I would still say Sony's probably your best bet. But I really do appreciate the way Xbox has been treating backwards compatibility and making it like, hey, all my old games are viable, and like enhancing them. Like, hey, you can now play Red Dead in 4K. That's awesome.
Red Dead in 4K is a very good
play Red Dead in
move.
4K. If you want to play Red Dead on your PS4, you got to do it through PlayStation Now, and I'm not really big on streaming services.
Yeah, PlayStation Now is not my favorite thing.
That stuff's not that great. That's kind of their solution to this, and I find Microsoft's version a lot better. It says, I was hoping for backwards compatibility on PS5. Hey, man, we don't know much about it. It's still a possibility.
Could be there. This is more difficult than I remember it. But that's fine. We're making it work. So how long do you think we're gonna dedicate to games like as a manual?
I don't know.
Like, what is our measure of hanging out with these good old pals?
Games. Well, we got to check them all out to some degree.
Yeah.
I feel like we just gonna kind of
feel it out
a little bit. Let's get through the first level of this. See kind of how we're feeling about it.
Because I mean, I've been practicing SSX, and I'm very excited to play SSX more. That might be my personal favorite pick out of the ones that came out this week.
Somebody's saying, do you need a 100% functioning disc? That's a good question, actually.
I think as long as it can read it and recognize it, you're okay, because it's not actually reading the disc when you play it.
Yeah, it's not spinning the disc at all, so it's not actually playing anything off the disc. It just needs to recognize that you are indeed have a copy of the game. So it's possible you can get away with it. That's a good question. All these games, to my knowledge, work. So I haven't tested this yet.
I don't know if we're going to scratch up a disc to make sure.
Yeah, so there is... If they ever make Halo 1 backwards compatible...
You've got a good candidate?
I have a good candidate because we have 2 copies of Halo 1. One of them is horribly scratched up and doesn't work. And one of them does work. And that would actually be an interesting use case to test that out.
I feel like there's something I'm missing with making sure this is controlled correctly.
So he says, how much is Battlefront to buy?
It's probably going to be 10 or 15.
Are they all around 10 or 15?
Yeah, so I know most of them are $10. Like Hunter the Reckoning was 15.
That's kind of a weird one.
Yeah.
Of all the games to make 15.
I don't remember there being like anything special or particular about that game that stuck out. Maybe it's just like super rare. I know Conker, if you go to like small game shops, it's like $60 to $70 for a copy now. But yeah. Oh, it's escaping on an airborne creature.
Oh, this is in Japanese too.
I like that. I've been playing a lot of Yakuza. I finally finished 0 yesterday.
Nice.
I looked up into the office.
Huh?
Yeah, right. Everyone should play that game. Video games shouldn't be allowed to be that good.
Goku Black asks, why would they make Halo 1 backwards compatible when the Master Chief Collection is out? I mean, that's a good question. That's a good point. But to be fair, they've actually been doing that.
Your boy's about to die.
Anyway, so for example, they made Halo 3 backwards compatible with 4K support.
With 4K support.
Which, you know, you can still play it on the Master Chief Collection. In fact, the Master Chief Collection is supposed to get a 4K.
Oh, these are true checkpoints.
X update, but I don't think they've done that yet. They've promised that that's eventually coming. But no, they've actually been. It's kind of weird. Like in cases where you think like, why would you ever make that backwards compatible? There's no reason to. They have anyway. So for example, they made. This is the weirdest example. They made the 360 version of Black Flag.
Yeah.
Backwards compatible, which is like, well, why would you want to play that? You should just play the Xbox One X or the Xbox One version because it's gonna, you know, look a lot nicer and better. But for whatever reason, they made it backwards compatible, which is cool. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. Just giving more people options to play the version they prefer.
Yeah. God, guys, is there anyone out there who like knows this better than I do? And is there a way to like proper dodge? Or oh, am I just supposed to shoot it down with this gun? Never mind. I think we're doing it. I think we found it out. Possibly. I'm just gonna use this gun the whole time. Seems to be working.
Somebody says, how much is Jedi Academy? I don't know offhand, but again, you were saying
it's like 10 to 15
10
probably.
To 15. Jedi Academy is so good.
Yeah. I'm really hoping they do find a way to do the online with these again, because right now they don't connect to Xbox Live, which is a real bummer. But
yeah, Mike Doyle was saying I own. Here's a weird example. He says I own Darksiders War Mastered on PS4, which is like a remastered version. But they recently made the original version of Darksiders have a 4K patch for the X, and he's claiming it actually looks better on Xbox with the 4K patch, which is really interesting. Like weird cases like that are kind of weird.
You know, it's really weird. I think this gun just shoots stuff as it gets close to you, as long as you keep the reticle over it.
Yo, when does Microsoft bring back Blinks the Time Sweeper? That's where the real money is at.
It really is. That was the mascot we're all looking for.
San says Jedi Academy is no Jedi Knight 2, aka the best Star Wars game ever made. I actually prefer Jedi Academy over 2, personally. But they're both very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good games.
Is there like a... Oh, hello.
My favorite Star Wars game would be the KOTOR game.
Yikes.
Oh, you died. Do you want to do that again, or do you want to maybe move on?
I'll try it one more time.
One more time?
I'll give it one more go. It's starting me back from the beginning of it. That's fine.
Mine would be the KOTOR games, and then Republic Commando, which is also getting backwards compatible. I'm very excited about that.
My dude. Go. So I'm getting the hang of this. I'm feeling it out.
Someone's asking if they added KOTOR 2. It's coming next week.
Next week,
26. Very excited. We'll be back to play that. We're going to play all of KOTOR 2.
The whole thing in one sitting. It'll be a great time.
That game takes a while to get going, though. That game is a really long.
Yeah.
But it's very good. I like that game a lot.
Totally worth it, especially if you didn't get a chance to play it before.
Another good way to play is on PC. They actually added a bunch of. They added like 4K support. They added like controller support for the.
I forgot that was pretty recent too.
Yeah, they added Mac support for it. They added a bunch of stuff to that version of that game. So if you ever want to just play it on, in general, PC's also a good way to go. More people should just play KOTOR 2 if they have it. It's a good game.
Very, very good game.
Pop Jones says you should do the first 4 hours off stream. Yeah, like kind of. You kind of want to get into that one.
Yikes. Okay, that was a little bit quicker. We're doing it.
You ever play Sin and Punishment?
Not all the way through.
Okay. Game's kind of got a similar vibe.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Someone's asking what new OG Xbox games are available today. Well, right now we're playing Panzer Dragoon Orta. We also got Breakdown, Hunter the Reckoning, Conker, Jade Empire, SSX3, Blinks, and Morrowind. We're going to be checking out all of these. Somebody says, will the Battlefronts have online servers? So no, they will not, because original Xbox servers have... Oh, I think...
This game's too difficult for me.
Do you want to call it?
I'm a casual scrub.
Do you want to call it here?
Let's swap it out!
All right, let's swap it out to a different one.
What do we got next? What's
right,
next in the stack?
Here. Let's go with... So we got... Panzer.
I'm gonna just bump this out.
Here.
I'm gonna get this out of here.
Well, if anyone has a recommendation, we might just go in order here. So we're gonna do Breakdown.
Break it down.
Which I've never played. I have no familiarity with this.
So I have played more of this one, so that might be a little better.
All right, here you go.
Whoop.
We're playing all these on original discs too, which is really cool.
Actual, like they're just.
We got them discs. We got them boxes. Very good. All right.
All right. Take me to Breakdown.
Getting your game ready. Give me a minute. Perfect.
So we'll have to do a little bit of an intro, but it's a good setup, you know.
Okay.
It's not too bad. It gives you an idea of what the game kind of is. So
I was asking what games we've tried on the stream. We've only just played Panzer Dragoon, so we're not that far in.
We haven't even gotten to the best ones yet.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the good shit. Very excited about it.
Which I feel bad because there are a lot of people who love Panzer Dragoon. It's a fantastic game. It's great. It's not for me. I'm really hoping we get a jet set.
I have any nostalgic for.
Same. I was actually kind of shocked that they made this game backwards compatible because I didn't think a lot of people played it or even know what it is.
Right. I didn't know what this is. I honestly was not aware. Apparently this is an interplay game, which is cool.
Hunter the Reckoning?
Yeah, Hunter the Reckoning. I'm looking at the wrong box here. Hunter the Reckoning was an interplay game, which I didn't know. I think the reason they made Breakdown put on is because it was an Xbox exclusive. So I think that's the reason why.
It says only on Xbox.
It's got that only on Xbox. You can't really see it on the...
Oh my god, yes, Goob, please, more Power Stone.
Power Stone?
And yeah, you know, I'm cool with like a new Virtual On. I'm cool with the Shenmue 1 and 2 re-release. We could have swapped Sakura Wars for a lot of other things, I feel like. That's also probably because I don't have anything to do with Sakura Wars. I just very bitter about no Jet Set.
So this is a Namco game. However, everything about its presentation makes me think it's a Capcom game.
It does remind me a lot of like a Capcom type game.
You're our last chance.
But yeah, the big gimmick for this one was it was all in first person, like hyper first person.
First person?
It's the most first person game you'll ever play. Was Soda Drinker Pro before Soda Drinker Pro was Soda Drinker Pro. We just gotta wake up. Look at my legs. I have legs. Boom. We're in.
Oh, shoot.
Let me out of here. How do you feel about exposition, but in backwards motion? Goodbye. See you later.
Okay.
It's real weird over here. Should make a VR version of the game. That'd actually be pretty interesting. I'm probably sure that there are other VR games that are similar to it with a melee combat emphasis, but whoop.
Dude, this seems like the kind of game that'd be fun to stream, actually.
Oh yeah, it's a real spicy time. Just gotta wake up. We gotta do some stretches. Kind of limber up. Is it? There we go. We got backflips. We got cartwheels.
Oh my god.
It's
Jesus, Ben.
real wild in here. That's the one thing I remember about it. You just go all over. We got punches. We got kicks.
Ash is asking if you need the Xbox One X for updated graphics. No, totally not. Because it's just rendering. It's just bumping up the internal resolution render.
Yeah.
To 1080. So no. There are some backwards compatible games that do have X support.
Like special enhancements just
for X that boost it. I don't know if any of these do yet. So all the games we're playing, you can totally play with just a regular Xbox.
It's Derek.
My name is Derek. You called me Derek when I walked into the room.
First, let's test your eyesight.
Test my eyesight. Do that thing. Red rings. It was too early. Oh, you're real slidey in this game, by the way.
I saw somebody mention Time Splitters. That'd be good.
I'd really like a Time Splitters 2.
That'd be pretty good. What game is this? This is Breakdown.
Breakdown.
The back of the box says, the subconscious is a state in which reality is just a visitor.
Yikes. For real?
That's, I'm going to go post that on, like, our shower thoughts.
Yeah, right? Where'd you get this from? That's so deep from the back of an old Xbox game. Oh, I need the card first. Stop looking at it. Give me the card. Grab
Compelling military/science fiction storyline that will turn players upside down.
It's upside down only because you're doing cartwheels.
Unlock new punching and kicking combinations. A revolutionary combination of hand-to-hand combat and weapon-based fighting. Right. Fight a legion of superhuman soldiers. When did this come out?
That was a big one.
It was 2003.
There's no need to crawl, but that's what I'm doing. Climb the ladder. Address the ladder.
Somebody says I'm watching in 480p for immersion.
That's
like
a good way to do
it.
it. I appreciate your... Oh, hey. I don't want to let go to come down. I want to keep climbing.
Lord of the Chin says, I've never played Morrowind or Republic Commando. Both are very good games. Morrowind can be rough to go back to if you're not in the right mindset for it.
Yeah.
I think it's still a very good game.
Best theme.
You got to have a lot of patience for it.
Best theme in the whole series.
Yes. Somebody says, I hope they add Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Me too.
Oh my god, same.
We were talking about that recently. We've been talking about Splinter Cell a lot recently because of that Sam Fisher Wildlands thing. And
so real sad about that.
We're really excited about, just like how depressing that was.
Yeah. Like they got so much detail in Sam's face, and he's like, "So I'm the only one."
Oh my god.
I'm all alone.
He looked genuinely upset.
Ugh.
Michael Ironside's best performance.
Definitely.
No, but we were talking about him because we're like, oh man, we're hoping like they'll do new Splinter Cell at E3 or something like that. And something I had no idea was apparently Double Agent was like a very early 360 game.
Yeah.
There's also an Xbox version of Double Agent. Apparently, they are two very different games. And
that's what I hear, yeah.
A lot of people say that the original Xbox version of Double Agent is the superior game.
Ooh.
That it's really, really good. Because I remember the 360 version of Double Agent just kind of being okay.
Yeah.
And so if they were to make that version of the game backwards compatible, that would be...
very ace.
Really cool.
Way
because
down.
Apparently it's really hard to find that version now. Like, you can buy it, but it's like that's the only way you can play it. If you were to say get the game on PC, you are actually getting the 360 version. So you're apparently getting the inferior version.
Oh wow. Yeah, and then they did that the HD one is just not good.
Right.
Yeah. Tell me which one to shoot. Darn, I wasn't ready.
This is a weird game.
Yeah.
It's like the opening of Prey.
Right? Oh, why would you do this to me again?
Now let's try some hand-to-hand combat.
Heck yeah, sign me up. Let me look in the mirror.
But I need your cooperation on these tests. But don't worry, we're all
Yo, what up?
Throwing it up. I'm ready.
basic fighting moves to test your muscle functions.
I guess too white to be making things like that.
Woof. You get to stare at yourself while you punch.
Now a straight punch.
It's very important training. I do like how as soon as you get done with the training stuff, though, they put you like right into the game.
Yeah, Gaming Rock says, I love that Splinter Cell DLC. It genuinely broke my heart seeing Sam's face when he realizes he's the only one. That felt very heartfelt. Like, that felt like somebody...
Like, they actually...
genuinely was upset about it. Because, you know, I think that was kind of like a big thing, was sort of the rivalry between those two franchises. But it was always kind of more in good fun.
Yeah, there's the one video that I ran into where they like collected kind of like the subtle jabs that they made at each other. Like Sam was holding up a guy and he's like, "Well, if you shake me around, I won't drop any like healing items or anything. So what's the point?" And then there's actually a point in Snake Eater when Big Boss actually straight up is like, "Why don't you just get Sam or what was the Siphon Filter guy's name?
Logan.
Why don't you get Sam or Logan to do it or whatever?"
I think Logan was the Siphon Filter guy.
And just those little things, and it all built up to that scene.
A couple people in the chat said Wakanda Forever when he does the the arm thing. It totally is.
We're in. We did it.
I didn't even think of that.
Woo! The flip button's my favorite button.
Excellent. Now do an evasive roll.
Try me. I'm really good at this.
Somebody says, I'm excited for Morrowind is backwards compatible, but then I realized I already bought the Game of the Year edition on Steam. Yeah, if you own the game on Steam, that's probably the version to play, especially because you can mod it and make it look actually really pretty. There's some really good mods for Morrowind that make that game look really nice. What are you doing over there?
Just working out, man. Stretching, getting ready. I appreciate like how intense that is. Like they're into it. They put all that work into it. I put my gun back.
Someone's saying, I'm amazed at the proficiency of emulation. There's not a single error or bug. It's also impressive they don't need to touch the game code to increase the resolution of these titles. Yeah, Xbox has been doing a really amazing job with this. And I think what helps is that they aren't just doing a base like emulator and then just kind of letting every game go. Like they're individually
like picking
each game and making sure that each game runs properly, which I think is really helping out in the long run.
Ah, my favorite, tiger juice. Drink it. Ah, so realistic, even I feel refreshed.
Eat that hamburger.
I think I will. Delicious.
Oh no, the hamburger!
No. I can't believe this. We've been had.
This isn't McDonald's.
I need to sit down.
It's Burger King.
Not flame broiled. Anything but flame broiled.
You forgot the pickles.
Now we've got the McDonald's SWAT team coming in. Got a case of a faux McDonald's hamburger in here, boys. Sir, did you eat the burger?
So that burger was copyrighted by Burger King.
Looks like he ate it. We need to take him out.
There's backwards girl.
Now she's forwards. She's gonna do a real gross thing here coming up. I actually remember this too.
So it says, wait until you play Conker. They nerfed the chocolate bar loading screens on that one. Oh,
ooh.
wow. Yeah, that is a weird thing with emulation in some games, is the loading times.
I love how fast loading is in SSX3 in that it have to like load up the like phone and do an animation of it opening and then like a percentage. It doesn't even do the animation for it opening before it's already back.
Some of that is a little
Now it's time to lose your lunch.
Don't do it.
Ew. Blech. Oh,
it's real gross.
First thing we gotta do is get out of this
the weirdest example of that is Bayonetta on the PC.
Yeah.
The loading times are so fast.
You don't get to practice.
You don't get to practice at all, which is a real bummer.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I wanted to practice my combo. It just goes away.
Let's sit down here.
Anyway, it's good to see you again.
Somebody says, why do you have to download the game? Why can't you just put it in the game and play it? Because you're not, because they have to download. The Xbox can't just read the disc.
Yeah.
Basically, they like I don't know the exact like science behind it, but they essentially like redo the game with the emulator on like their digital front, And so when you put the game in, it just recognizes you have the game and installs that version. And the disc is just basically reading it.
Yeah, it's like a license if you don't buy it digitally. So you just buy it digitally and just it'll work like normal. Take my hand. Do you trust me? Let's beat some people up.
All right, yeah, let's do a little bit of combat, and then we should move on to
swap it
another
out.
one.
Yeah.
All right, take that gun.
Don't tell me what to do.
This game's kind of weird, though. I sort of like it.
Yeah, it's a game I feel like not a lot of people got a chance to play, and I'd highly recommend picking it up if it looks interesting to you, because I
think that's the thing I'm most
like
excited about. This backwards compatibility thing is just all of a sudden I have a chance to replay games that I never really got the chance to play.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited too that we have both versions of Conker on the Xbox that we can play.
It's true.
Because of the rare replay collection.
We got the original and we got Live and Reloaded.
Oh, here we go. Now I got that music going.
Ooh.
Should I? I'm not gonna use the gun. I think I should be punching people. Dead. Dead. Also dead.
You punched those guys real good, Ben.
Well, now we don't have a choice, so I'm ready. This is for real.
You can pick up their ammo.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna grab that from his butt really quick. Ah, yes, this is a magazine. Perfect.
Does he do it every time?
This is not a magazine. I can't shoot this out at all.
Candy bar.
I'll eat it now. Delish. Threw that whole thing away. What a waste. Can't believe it. It's a dead end. Take me where I need to go. Where are we headed? Don't. Oh, let's do it.
Balloon's asking the Xbox 360 did. Why not the Xbox One? That's kind of crappy. No offense to anyone. I mean, it's just the fact that it's the way they built it. Like they built the 360 from the ground up to do that. They didn't build the Xbox One originally to do it, so it doesn't have the hardware. Also, I mean, to be fair, so the original Xbox version had, because it had that more standard version of emulation, it actually did have weird issues with some games. PS3 as well, like PS2 games.
Oh god, don't do this.
So I do prefer this method of kind of doing it on a more individual basis, because I feel like they're giving each game a little bit more care to make sure it's properly
don't look at it. Oh my god.
On the system.
Hold on.
Somebody says it's Conker out.
Yes.
In fact,
we're going to be playing it here
why
real
don't
soon.
we switch over to Conker?
Oh, right
I
now?
think maybe
Heck
now's
yeah.
the time. We've got to check out this game. We got to see what it's about.
Yeah, there's actually a lot to show off in it too, which is really rad.
We'll go back to the camera here for a sec. So yeah, we're going to play Conker Live and Reloaded, which has a fat warning. This game is not for anyone above the age of 17. Right
so
there.
all you young people, get out of here. It's going to get real nasty. Actually, the game, it starts off being censored.
So Peter was telling me that they censored the Mighty Pooh song in this one.
They censored all of it. So every curse word through your first playthrough is censored.
Oh.
But then you unlock uncensoring it after you beat it, which is really weird.
Why did they do that? Is that supposed to be a joke?
Maybe, I don't know, but I actually kind of like it with the censoring in, because you know how sometimes it makes it more funny when you actually.
Somebody says, Tippinator, have you played Jade Empire already?
Not yet.
We haven't. We have not played Jade Empire yet, so we will get to that one.
It'll happen.
It'll happen.
You haven't missed it yet.
Yeah, we got that copy of Jade Empire right here.
It's on the way.
It's a special edition too, which is nice.
Let's be real, Live and Reloaded is shit compared to the OG one. I don't know. I like Live and Reloaded a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I see a lot of people go back and forth on which version they like better. I know a lot of people who vastly prefer the original.
It's fair. I only like this one because I really like the multiplayer. I played a lot of it, which is actually interesting because Rare did their thing where they like to put in. Here we go. Switch over the thing, maybe.
Oh yeah.
They did the thing where they have bots in their multiplayer mode, so you can still play through the multiplayer in this game through a weird campaign. So there's story cutscenes and stuff.
So this looks a little. This is a pre-rendered.
This is a
video,
pre-rendered
so
thing.
we're not getting a great.
I can't skip it.
You can't skip it, really?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Weird.
It wants to make sure that I look at the multiplayer. The attract mode isn't even the single player until later on, which is a thing.
So this is looks like they kept the 4x3. They didn't. This game didn't have.
It didn't get widescreen stuff yet.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so.
You know what?
Yeah.
This looks pretty nice.
It looks really good.
This actually looks really, really good.
Should we start off with just like a little bit of the multiplayer to show that it works, or should we do?
Yeah, do you want to try the multi? If you want,
let's do that really
quick. Why don't we
quick.
go to that because that seems like the thing you're most fun.
And then
with.
we'll go and we'll do some of the story, because that's a way to do
But
it.
yeah, I mean, outside of the fact that it's only 4x3, this game actually looks really, really nice.
Yeah. Let's do that. Select. We're not going to mess with any of that stuff. I was actually playing a bit of it last night, and there are a lot of really funny, just stupid things that characters say. So I'm gonna pick the teddies because I wanna run into it. But I used to play this guy, the Sneaker, all the time, and they have the ability to go like invisible. So anytime they go invisible, there's like a chance for him to just like say one of my favorite lines, and I hope it happens.
You were describing this game to me. It's basically like Wolfenstein enemy territory.
Yeah, it's basically just Wolfenstein,
which is
like with
pretty cool.
Squirrels and bears. And I like even when you're playing the multiplayer online, these cutscenes would play out while the game loads. So like, there's a whole story to the multiplayer, which is a weird
Sir
time.
Savage says Unreal Championship 2. Unfortunately, not yet, but we have a copy. So when it happens, we'll be ready for it. Balloony says they should add, or sorry, Balloon Key says they should add mod support for Elder Scrolls 3 and 4. That would be sick. I mean, that would be sick. I don't think that's possible. Like, there's infrastructure is not for that. They had to, Bethesda had to build that into the special edition. So I don't think that's something they can just add. But I agree that would be cool. I just don't think that's anything that's going to happen, unfortunately.
All right.
Yeah, damn, this looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's. Oh, this is wrong. Hold on.
Is it inverted?
It's inverted.
So, a lot of games on this era of consoles defaulted to inverted. And here's the thing. In the menu, it says inverted and normal. So they know
Why
it's
would
wrong.
they not
They
leave
know
it at
it's
normal?
not normal. They know it's the wrong version, and yet they default to it anyway. I don't
get it.
Let's see. Someone says, I'm glad SSX3 is backwards compatible. Absolutely. I wish Tricky was, because that's my personal favorite. It's Tricky.
Maybe we'll get Tricky eventually.
That'd be nice.
It's interesting because that was part of their like big brand, and I want more big games like I want Def Jam.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Somebody says, how much are these games going for on Xbox?
Like
you said
10 to 15.
Hassan wants to know, is the flamethrower as good as the one in Wolfenstein Enemy Territory?
Yes. I'll play a little bit of every class just to kind of get the idea. And this will be the only multiplayer match we play.
Got another person. Hot Wheels is asking if we're going to be streaming the new God of War. Yeah, we're going to be streaming it later this week. Once the embargo lifts, we can show off some God of War for you guys. I actually just finished it last night. I stayed up till 1 in the morning to beat it. And,
they're already through the first thing?
Wow. Dude, this is actually pretty involved.
Yeah, it's a good time. I'm a big fan of it.
And I love, man, can I talk about how sad I am that bots aren't really a thing in games anymore? Because you got a game like this, or a game like, say, the upcoming Battlefront 1 and 2 we're going to get, which we'll check out next week. Those games have bots, so at the very least,
you can
even though the servers aren't on anymore, we can still experience and play them. It's not really a thing anymore. So you have all these games that die. It's like, hey, man, can I play LawBreakers just for fun? No, because it doesn't have bots. They should you should add bots to LawBreakers.
That'd be a really good choice. Here, I'll switch to...
Maybe sometimes I just want to play LawBreakers. Actually, man, I'm not going to say I was like a high diehard LawBreakers fan, but I actually liked the way that game felt.
I'll defend that game is a good game to play.
It's a good game to play, and it felt good. I loved the assassin, like the grapple. It felt like you were Spider-Man in a first-person game, and that mechanic, I was like, this feels really good, and more games should like borrow from that.
Yeah, like anytime you actually did like proper like kills in that game, they always felt good.
Somebody says Gears of War, God of War embargo today. No, tomorrow. So we'll be streaming that tomorrow, right? Because today is Wednesday. Yes, tomorrow. Someone says I'd prefer a new SSX or new Def Jam. You know, for our new consoles. They kind of did that with SSX, and it wasn't very good.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited that I can play it in actual like old SSX instead
Goku
of the
Black
new
says
one.
LawBreakers is a dead game. Yeah, we're aware.
It's very dead.
We know.
It's just kind of sad, you know. Sometimes you just get rocket launched in the face, and that's okay. What else can we do here? Should I mess with the sneaker? Yeah.
Somebody says we need new games, not old games. I mean, I agree, but what's wrong with old games too? I'm a big proponent of.
My dude.
Damn, that is violent.
It is pretty violent, but it's okay because it's a teddy bear.
But I'm a big proponent of games that. Of like preserving games and having the ability to like go back and replay old games.
Yeah.
And so I think Microsoft is doing the Lord's work here by like preserving a lot of these games for anyone to go back and enjoy, which is great.
Oh, hello.
Someone says history mode, please. Is that a mode in this game or?
That's what I'm playing right now.
Oh, you are playing it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Because it's kind of the only way you can actually play the multiplayer. Oh God, I'm on fire. So the other thing it's really kind of a big play into how this game works is you can get upgrade tokens that temporarily raise your ability and give you like more gear and stuff. So if I find my upgrade token, I can actually get a dagger that I can then throw and it gives me a range attack. It also lets me backstab people. I'm gonna die. Don't do it. And it basically just unlocks the potential for your class, which I think I actually just got. Perfect. All right, so now I've got a dagger that I can use to backstab people and get like an instant kill, and I also have throwing knives, so I can kind of toss stuff at dudes and do that kind of deal. But more importantly, if I can do this, get a backstab on someone. Or just get a stab on someone. But yeah, so it's enemy territory setup. It's pretty fun, and they've got a whole story mode you can kind of play through in it.
Do we want to hop into that story mode?
Yeah, we probably should.
Let's do it.
I got my backstab. I'm happy. Quit.
So, I'm gonna give my prediction out.
Okay. All right.
Live for everyone here. My pipe dream prediction for Microsoft at E3. So they're gonna announce that.
Was he grabbed by the ghoulies boy in there? He's having a rough day.
They announced they're gonna announce that they will have servers back up for all these old Xbox games.
I like that announcement.
With that announcement, they will make Halo 2 backwards compatible.
The original Halo 2.
The original Halo 2.
So we won't have to wait on that fix for the Master Chief Collection.
No.
I like
Even
this.
then, the Master Chief Collection has some slight tweaks and changes that hardcore Halo 2 fans don't like. That's my bold, out there prediction. Is they're going to make these old games have servers again?
I'm into it. I really hope they do, because there are a lot of really fun games. Like, can you imagine how many people would probably be playing Battlefront 2 once it comes out like online? It'd be so good.
I think that would be like the crowd pleasing win, because they did pretty good last year with the whole like, hey, Xbox is getting original backwards compatible. So if they want to have like a huge crazy like reveal,
yeah,
that'd be the one. I think you have to do a thing.
Oh no, it's this.
Oh, it's just really slow.
This is the introduction. They kind of Tarantino it, where Conker's like, "Here I am, I'm the king."
But it's more Scarface.
Let me tell you, it's kind of a Scarface thing, but yeah, it's. Look at all my friends. This is how my bad fur day.
Isn't he normally talking?
Well,
Oh, okay.
here I am.
Here I am.
Conker the king. King of all the land. Who'd have thought that? But how did I come to this, I hear you say? And who are those strange fellows that surround my throne? I hear you also say.
I always found Conker's voice really weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure what they're going for.
Come closer, and I'll tell you. It all started
Oh.
yesterday. What a day that was.
But what do you call that day?
What I call a bad fur day.
Roll credits.
Bam.
We made it.
That's the original logo.
Yeah.
They kept it?
I guess so.
Interesting. Matt Pageant in chat. What's up, Matt? Says this game looks pretty good. It does.
Yeah.
Goob says I like the oddity of his voice. That's true. I do actually like the oddity of it. It's just very...
It's
very distinct in how
Yeah.
weird it is. Somebody else said, that's just how squirrels sound, man.
Yeah, that's how squirrels are. Apparently, I haven't talked to a squirrel, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah.
Somebody says, have you seen Clockwork Orange? Oh, is it Clockwork Orange that's making fun of? God, I haven't seen Clockwork Orange in a very long time.
I tried to put most of that movie out of my mind, actually. TBH. But yeah. We've got our introduction. Conker's drunk again.
Right. And
Coming home
his
late.
girlfriend Barry.
Too busy working out to pick up the phone. Yeah. This is another one where if you miss the opportunity to play this on the N64 or here, either option's great. It's a game worth playing, I
And
think.
like we said, you can get both versions here.
You can get both. It's all there for you.
My first experience with Conker was actually the Game Boy Color.
Really? So you got like
Which actually is just straight up a kid's game.
yeah, the
Not a very good
innocent original Conker.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't original. It was
Or not,
It was actually
yeah.
after. But it was like straight up a kid's game, and it also wasn't that great in my opinion. Like I remember not being super impressed with it, and I was like, I don't know, this game's kind of whatever.
I think my cousin had it, and then I'm like, oh man, let me try this, and then that was enough for me.
And then then later when I found out, I was like, oh wow, they made an M version of that kids game I played, and then I found out like no, it's the other way around. I'm like, that's weird.
Because it seems like once you go this place with this character, you wouldn't want to go back, or you can't go back.
Right.
This is the second game we've played that has someone throwing up in the beginning of it.
Oh wow, good point.
Man, that's a heck of a tally.
Do you think Blinks the Time Super will vomit?
Only time will tell. We'll find out.
All right, we should probably move on pretty soon.
Yeah.
We're only 3 games in, dude.
How are we doing? How long has it been?
We've been going for almost an hour.
Yakaroonies, we should actually probably pick it up.
We should probably pick it up
Yeah.
a little bit.
So yeah, Conker Live and Reloaded looks really good, runs really good.
A little long.
Play some of the multiplayer. I feel like this was going to be one of the longer ones anyway, but
Yeah. I'll skip back to the camera here.
whoop.
All right. So next one we'll probably go with. Let's go with Hunter.
Hunter the Reckoning.
Hunter the Reckoning, which is an interplay game.
Drop Conker there.
Survive the unthinkable.
Survive the unthinkable. Reach for the unachievable. Row, row,
back to
fight the
box
power.
here. You have been chosen to join the Reckoning, to step into the world of darkness where humanity is ravaged by vampires and marauding monsters. As a hunter, you're immune to these beast illusions, but with your power comes a daunting destiny to destroy those evil beings before mankind is massacred. Pray for your life.
So I was going to say, this game is kind of like if Diablo got thrown up on by like Buffy the Vampire Hunter. Slayer. Fuck. Fuck. I messed up. I'm reading the title while I was doing it. I'm like, my mind. But yeah, that's basically it. It's a pretty good time. It's also one of the games that's $15 that came out. If you're buying it digitally.
Kind of weird, because I feel like no one remembers this one.
Yeah. We're gonna kind of get through this. We got fiery menus.
Oh shit.
Who are we gonna play? I'm gonna go with. You know what? Let's go with. He looks like the Hunter the Reckoning.
He looks like the dude on the. I'm pretty sure actually it's just his silhouette on the box. So.
Yeah. So I remember these cutscenes kind of being long-ish. Should we just skip it and do like a breakdown and get into the gameplay if we're trying to hurry it through?
Mm-hmm.
Or should we?
I kind of want to see the opening bit.
Okay. All right. We can let it roll for a while, but it kind of just is like this guy gets executed, and then monsters happen because of it, and then a year later, the monsters come back and mess up a bunch of teens trying to have a party in the abandoned prison facility, and you come back a year later and you fight them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Louis Evans says, I wish they'd make a load of original Xbox games backwards compatible, but I have a feeling they're going to do a few more and then stop. So I believe they did say they weren't going to go as hard on these as they were on the 360 ones.
Yeah.
But they've already done a pretty good amount, and so I feel like they're trying to hit all the big ones.
Mm-hmm. I'm still surprised by some of the choices. I'm really into it. However, they're making it work.
Somebody says player 2-player split screen. Oh, we actually don't have a
so it is.
controller.
This is a multiplayer game experience, but we'll be fine. Oh yeah, I'm also, there's a lot of things that I'm wondering, like the SSX game, all the music license is still in there, so all the soundtrack is still there.
Right.
The original Battlefront, since Pandemic's been gone. There's a lot of interesting choices. I'm curious how they did it. So look at these teens, these youths having a party in this abandoned, dangerous place.
Somebody says the Warriors in my life will be complete. Yeah, the Warriors game.
That'd be really good.
That'd be really good.
I'm still holding out for
These kids are
Jet
having
Set.
a hot rave.
Dude, they're just chilling, hanging out, and then the lights turned off. And now this guy showed up. He's got a hand on his chest.
Oh no, everything's on fire.
Yeah, and now we've got to come back, and it's our job to fight the demons. Buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride. Which Xbox are we playing on? XS or original? This is an X.
We are playing it on an X, yes.
Yeah. Bob's Diner, a classic teen hangout.
Rockstar moving soundtrack songs from their soundtracks of their game still massively annoys me. Yeah, I definitely agree, but at the same time, if it means that the games can still be
purchasable, yeah,
I prefer that over an Alan Wake situation where it's just like, you just straight up can't buy this game anymore because of that David Bowie song.
Yikes. All right, I'm going to try to... I played a little bit of this last night to remind myself how it worked. But, I don't think this is the character that I played mostly, but I don't know if it makes too much of a difference. All right. Let's do this.
Oh, wow.
Touch on these glyphs. Learn how to play the game again. There we go.
So is this like Diablo?
Yeah, it's just Diablo. Like hanging out.
That's actually pretty cool.
I don't think there's loot or anything, but yeah. It's 4-player co-op.
Thanks for the hand. Don't know how much good it'll do though. Those riots made quite
The riots are off the chain.
that rail's the only
You see what they did to that train over there?
not going nowhere.
Rockstar needs to give Microsoft permission to add GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. That'd be great.
Oh my god, table tennis though. Cyborg Man knows what's up.
To get this thing
Rockstar's greatest gaming achievement.
some help.
And that's not even me like being silly or anything. I actually really like Rockstar table tennis a lot. Get that reload.
Save that dude.
Oh, he's good. He's off messing with trains now. He's found his calling. He knows what he's doing. The major problem with this game is that they do like to just spawn guys in right in front of you. So it just really breaks my immersion.
Somebody says, is Lollipop Chainsaw backwards compatible?
I wish.
I don't believe so.
I actually really, like, I played a lot of that game. I like it a lot.
Apparently Shadows of the Damned is, though,
Yes.
which is great.
If you haven't played that game, definitely recommend that. It's just got a bunch of dick jokes. And it's also a very good game that plays like Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4. Check it out. There we go. Now I got a shotgun. So you get temporary weapons and stuff. Which are kind of like power-ups. And then you go out in the street. And then you go and you save people.
Cool.
And Just kind of move your way through.
That's the game?
This is the game.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good time. I didn't play too much of it, but
What the hell is wrong with
it's kind of cool. Now, I might come back and play through it just to experience it all the way through.
Kaylee? There was a little girl I was watching. I need to get her to the church.
I'll find her. Just go back downstairs and help with the train.
This is some quality voice acting.
They, yeah. It's not great, but it's still a pretty fun time.
Another context, but somebody just said, I'll play some Yakuza 6, thanks. I mean, hell yeah.
Yes, actually, do that.
Always play Yakuza
Highly
6.
recommend. So I actually gave in and I started playing through the game a little bit just to get to the open world thing so I can mess around in the game, but I'm not pushing the story yet. Because I'm going to have to hit God of War when it comes out. But that new engine is a heck of a thing. Very big fan of it.
Ugh.
Yeah? It's not... Look at the fire. Look at... This is intense.
This is good.
This is...
You ready to move on to a different game?
Yes. I am.
All right, dude.
All right.
Hand you that. Let's go to Jade Empire. Probably not going to check it out too much because it's a pretty involved game, but we'll at least pop it in.
I think it might be...
See how it looks.
It might be one of the ones that's 16:9 too, but I don't.
The developer of the 2003 Game of the Year. They don't say what that game is, though. I mean, it's
got to leave it open.
It's KOTOR, but for whatever reason they didn't say that. I don't know why.
We haven't done Elder Scrolls 3 yet, so that's
No.
on the way.
We'll probably do that one last, or maybe we go to that one next. You know, we'll go to that one next.
Did you wanna do
I think
this
I'll
one?
maybe do this one.
Heck yeah! Warm that controller up for you.
Oh, thank you.
You got it. What do we have for breakfast? I had a banana and coffee.
Tea, and that's it. I'm actually very hungry right now.
Same, I'm feeling it. But it's okay. We're almost through this stack of games.
Some play Metal Wolf Chaos.
Oh,
Dude,
please,
if they made
yes.
that backwards compatible.
It'd be really good. Saints Row 2 backwards compatible? That'd be interesting. I'd be into it.
No.
It's still I'm kind of more down with it than other ones, but they'd never be able to get that music license stuff worked out. It's the most diverse, probably most diverse licensed soundtrack I think I've ever seen.
You know, the balanced character. I'm just gonna keep her name because we're not really bothering with this.
Just got to jump in, do that thing. But yeah, I'm real stoked about this. I like that I'm able to play these old games. I think the only one I'm going to probably play them like actually keep on my Xbox though I think is SSX and probably Conker just for nostalgia's sake. Hunt of the Reckoning is not as good as
this is a mid 2000s. So I've actually never played Jade Empire.
Okay.
But I'm a huge BioWare fan, which is kind of weird. But wow, this looks like straight out of
this
is
right.
definitely the same engine and like tech they used to make KOTOR. Like these faces and these animations, these camera angles.
It's all there.
It's all the same. All right, show me your best.
Destroy All Humans is another really good one that's coming next week. Like that game a lot. There we go. A to attack. Try hitting him several times.
Oh, a little slow.
Sorry, you're just getting used to it, you know? Well done. Oh, I got that slow motion. Should beat a block. Yes, yes. Perfect.
Sweet.
There's a lot of energy flying around.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to go to the game screen.
We just wanted to make sure everything was good.
This is why I don't play the games. You handed me the controller and I completely forgot what to do. I'm so sorry.
We've got it. It's fine. I should have kept an eye out. I should have remembered. I'll take the blame on that one. That
yeah,
was
a bunch
me.
of people are yelling at us now, and I
can't believe this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We're good. We're good
Bam,
now.
hit him. There we go.
Well done.
Somebody says, will Battlefront be online? No.
Not unless they announce something new, but all the backwards compatible games are not functional online.
Oh, look at that flip.
That was That's the second game where we've got really cool flips. That was a good one. You should do that one all the time.
Yeah, just keep doing that. Bam.
Defeat him. It's a good flip, too. Oh, clearly not impressed.
Where's Fatal Frame?
That's a good question. Flip in, bring back the Fatal Frames. The newest one was not great.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It's just kind of okay.
It's not as good as 2. 2, I think, is still my favorite
Nah,
one.
2's probably the peak.
Yeah.
Thank you for the bout.
Ah, you're so nice. Do not play this game for the martial arts. I mean, that's fair. Play it for the characters and the character growth. Yeah, these games work on any Xbox One console. I don't think any of this bunch have special X enhancements at all. They may later on, but they all work. All work for all of your Xbox consoles. So if you want to jump into any of these, it's 10 to $15.
Ooh.
Just jump on in, play some of your old favorites, or maybe some new favorites.
I don't know how long we want to play this one for.
Yeah, this is very story
I
heavy.
imagine it's very story heavy. A lot of tutorial stuff.
That scar looks like it's been up-resed. It's very apparent now.
Up-res scar.
That high res scar.
You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the
Yeah, Conker looks really good. I'm still. I think Morrowind looked pretty good, considering too. So I remember playing it on the original Xbox, and it did not run very well, and it runs much better now.
Somebody asks if these backwards compatible games have achievements.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think they do. It's all just kind of playing for the sake of playing.
That would have actually been kind of cool though if they did that.
Yeah.
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills.
Battlefront 2 Classic has multiplayer on Steam. It does.
They just recently fixed it.
Yeah.
It was not working for the longest time, and then they recently fixed it again.
Real Toasty's got my number 2. Burnout 3 backwards compatible. Bring that to me.
That'd be good.
Takedown was like my favorite Burnout. Also another one with an interesting soundtrack. Bert's, we'll get to SSX in a bit.
Somebody says Doom 3 would look good. I think that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see a situation where you'd have to play Doom 3 in its original way, where it didn't have the light kind of built in the newer edition. But yeah.
Yeah. Because I prefer the original version of Doom 3 over the BFG edition.
Yeah.
I don't like the flashlight change.
Nicho came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They
I don't know why you're excited to.
Oh, that pop. He just.
I'm here.
I remember that happening a lot in KOTOR.
You gotta set that
Fight
camera
them.
angle.
Alright, let's do this fight,
Do that fight and then we'll switch it up.
and then we'll switch it up. Oh, jeez. I can
Oh, is
look
it
up.
also
I
inverted?
can't look down.
Or
No, it's just like. You can look up if you want. I don't know why, but sweet.
running the OG Xbox games assume that you're actually playing on an OG. Yeah, but through like they explained it on the actual broadcast when they announced these, but like it still takes advantage of the better hardware, but it thinks it's still running on an old Xbox or something like that.
Right.
It's kind of weird, tricky nonsense that's definitely above
Voodoo magic.
my technical knowledge, but I'm just glad it works.
I actually don't know where I'm going.
You gotta go to the what's that green star do? What do those green stars do? On the map. Oh, you gotta go find those bandits.
Where do I find them?
Check with the.
How do I bandit fight?
Maybe they're
sorry, I'd like to fight
outside of the
bandits.
town to keep. Oh no! Let's kind of head
This
out.
way then, maybe.
Go to the left. Walk out that way.
All right, here we go.
Now we're off on an adventure.
Oh,
Oh, there's a monkey
We're
there.
doing it.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared?
What's the matter, Dawnstar?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with
Everyone in town's talking about these bandits, but no one else is moving to do anything about it.
Your father's undeserved
Ugh.
wealth does not impress me, Gal.
I can't believe.
Push me further away.
These visuals do scream early 2000s.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. I don't know if SSX3 has been modified. I think it actually just has the 16:9 support like built into it. Because it's like the only one that actually has the full screen stuff going on.
I thought Master Lee allowed him to stay so that the influence of
This game is good, but it's definitely, it shows its age.
Oh, sure.
If you like these types of games and you haven't played it, you'd probably owe it to yourself to try it out. Oh, I got a follower.
Oh, I got a person.
A+.
I just want to fight a bandit first before we leave.
Just want to get into a fight.
Get into a fight.
Loading's not too bad.
Is this a bandit? Yeah.
Oh, man. We're the bandits, and we've come here to take your food.
Oh,
Whoa,
no!
not your lightning kick. He didn't even see it coming. Messed him up, Jean Luc. Give him the old 1-2. Yeah, there you go. You've got lightning kicks, too.
Bam.
Oh, my gosh.
They're dead. We did it. Yeah.
The one like toe kick just to the face of the second one.
All right, I think it's enough of Jade Empire.
Very good.
Let's swap back over here.
Thwarted all these
Switch out
cool
games again.
things. Here I need to
take that disc. Yeah. And then next up, we're gonna check out Morrowind here.
Ooh, there we go.
So fun fact, we have a original copy of Morrowind, but no matter what version you put in, it gives you the Game of the Year edition, which is nice. So for all those of you who saved your money not wanting to get the Game of the Year edition, you got it for free.
You got it for free if you've got your original one. And now for 4 hours of Morrowind, here we go.
Woo!
You want to do this one too?
I'll
remind you to switch the game.
Why don't you do it? Why don't you do Morrowind actually?
All right.
Also, I've switched right now.
I like it. These are the things.
We're probably not gonna do too much. We played through to get our characters, so we'll probably just kind of run around for.
Just run around and steal things and punch people.
Again, this is cool that it's available, but there's definitely the part of me that's like, oh, you should probably just play it on
PC.
On PC,
yeah.
If you can get this really cheap. Oh man, according to GameSpot, it was one of the top 20 games of E3.
Just in general.
Yeah. That's a weird, like,
in all my years of
the box,
E3, I've never seen a game quite like The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Oh, that theme though.
The sequel to Arena and Daggerfall.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, let's hear that music.
Yeah. It makes me want to just go off on an adventure. But yeah, so we have our character, GameSpot, the Redguard Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to go off on a crazy cool adventure. Where they go, who knows? But they'll definitely get there, maybe. Morrowind greater than Oblivion. I think I spent the most... I played the most of Oblivion, but I got a weird like soft spot for Morrowind. But yeah, so we got like... This is. I feel like this is 60 frames for sure.
Wow. Look at that. It's funny enough, of all the games on this, when we were installing these all yesterday, this actually had the. Look at that run.
That's a heck of a run animation.
This actually had the smallest download size. It was like 1.5 gigs.
Let's see if I remember this.
Man, whoever's saying PS2 sucks. No.
I don't think that's the case at all.
Definitely not. How many people here have played Arena? That's a good question. I've actually played Arena. I've gone back and played a little bit of it. That's a tough game.
Is it Belmore or is it Vivek?
I believe Belmore.
I'm gonna go Belmore. I'm trying to remember a thing.
But yeah, also I played. Yeah, this is the first area you want to go to.
Ah, perfect.
Oblivion was my first one I played, so it's definitely the one I have the most nostalgia for. So I think when people ask me which one's my favorite, it's probably that one from a personal perspective. But as far as which one I think is maybe the best game, I do think Morrowind has the best writing and the best like quest, like, you know, story, best sort of like immersive elements to it. Even if a lot of its presentation is very, very dated.
I'll keep you my dirty little secret. Tell me what you know.
God, there's so many things you could ask
There's
people.
so much dialogue, and then anytime you press one thing, 17 more things open up, and you just gotta like keep scrolling until it all adds up, and then you go back through your. I miss when games were like this, and I had time to do it. I don't know if I'd have time to play.
How's the character creation compared to the other games? I mean, you can't really customize your head at all. It's just like a bunch of presets.
Not the bookseller.
But it has like it has all the custom class stuff you can do. It has, you know, like you're picking the signs. Like that stuff's all still there.
Yeah, you can take a Facebook test to tell what you're supposed to do.
Bob Jones says, hey, you can actually see the rain now. Interesting. I guess you couldn't see it before in the original Xbox version.
If I persuade them enough and admire them enough, they'll just get angry and hit me, right? Let's go in here and see what type of nonsense we can get up to. What you got going on in here? Tell me, what's the word? The council seat. How can I serve you? Tell me about Balmora. They like to travel here. Sniff at me more. I dare you. Just gonna start punching everyone.
Put up your dukes.
Is there anyone around here? It's gonna. Oh, you're here too. I can't fight someone by myself. I don't think I have any. Do I have any actual gear yet? Or am I just a traveler? I'm just a traveler.
Somebody says go to the club with all the dancing ladies.
That's what I was trying to remember.
Yeah, where is that?
Specifically, and
Hello there.
I'm just trying to figure out how doors work, ma'am. Please.
What about?
What? I don't know what you're talking about at all.
I got this wart on my back.
Yeah?
I need you to check it out.
Just kind of tell me, is everything okay? Is that here? Oh, we should find drugs.
Yeah. They're also saying maybe some skooma.
I don't remember where any of that stuff is.
No.
I know that there's a person who like drops out of the trees at one point and is like, hey, skooma? And you're like, what? And
God, this game's good.
Like, it's pretty good. It's pretty wild. I don't.
They say they think it's in the northern part of town if they remember correctly.
Northern part of town. Okay, let's
Thank
try
you,
to hit that
T4
up.
Silly. Appreciate it.
We have our objective now. Where is my map? Oh, we're up in the northern area. Let's keep heading up that way. Oh, this doesn't look too familiar. You know, if I were gonna put a bunch of dancers, it'd probably be in a place like this. This looks not like a place.
Yeah, in the temple.
Not where you'd have it, actually. Well, that was a bad call. So I forgot the jumping's on the left trigger.
Wow.
It's a wild deal. The razor hole, huh? Not gonna
Sounds
go
like
in
you
there.
get up to some shit in there.
Yeah, right. You know, I might install this game just to like adventure around. It's got the Fighters Guild, the Mage Guild, so this is all the business part of town.
If you haven't done it, I highly recommend doing it on a
PC.
PC and mod it.
You see that sweet jump? He didn't even see me.
Somebody says they already did Jade Empire. Yes, we already did Jade Empire.
What games do we have left? I guess
got Blinks and SSX3, which I figured we'll save that one for last.
The top tier games.
Because I think of all the games, SSX3 is probably the one that maybe holds up the best.
Bottles.
Somebody says, why would you be playing a port on this stream, though? Shouldn't you be playing console games to make this relevant? I'm not sure what your last thing means, but as far as why we're playing this version of Morrowind is because it's backwards compatible.
Yeah, this is being played on the Xbox One home entertainment console.
What about Star Wars? Star Wars is next week.
Next week
we're getting Star Wars.
So much Star Wars.
I'll play some of that.
Heck yeah.
I'll probably take that one. I want to play some
Republic Commando.
Some Jedi Academy.
I don't know. Actually, it might have been in the. Is it
Mercenaries?
this town?
Mercenaries.
I'm very excited about. It's another pandemic game that they managed to pull out from being nowhere. It's on lock level on that. Still locked. I have no idea where the dancers are.
No. Maybe go get into a fight and we'll die.
All right, this person looks like they want to fight. Let's do it. Greetings. Oh, they're really nice.
Yeah, they sound like they're asking for it, dude.
Oh, they've got a dagger.
You're gonna die.
I'm definitely gonna die. I always thought that was like the
Every time he stabbed you, it sounded like lightning
I think it was probably
and thunder.
an enchanted dagger, but that is Morrowind.
Yeah, that's Morrowind.
We did it.
Not much to. That's a hard one to kind of just quickly show off.
Yeah,
unless you're gonna like really get deep into it.
Yeah.
Even then, I don't know how well that game would be. Like, I don't know if that game would really be a good stream game because it's just a lot of reading.
Unless you do some really cool, wacky mods with it. Because everyone loves those mods.
Everyone loves them wacky mods. All right, let's get to the big guns now.
Pull out Blinks.
Blinks.
Everyone's favorite.
Sweeper, everyone's favorite.
Official mascot of the Xbox console. Everyone's favorite sweeping cat. Take me in.
All right.
Take it away.
Let's check out some Blinks.
Are you gonna be okay? Oh, it just took us right in. We didn't even need to check because we'd already played it.
Right.
Got the Morrowind 3.0 overhaul mod.
Nice.
You know what's up. You know what's going on. Fully expect a Morrowind stream at some point.
That will get you guys those delicious views.
It's true. Everyone loves a good Morrowind playthrough. That I already kind of felt myself slipping into like, oh, if I just check all these buildings, maybe I'll find like a cool hidden thing, and I want to go off an adventure off this way. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't get into this right now.
I can't do another like 200 plus hours of Morrowind.
Or
oh
can
boy!
I?
So this is one where definitely you look at the UI and you're like, oh boy, that is
a real rough time.
That is a bit dated.
Let's head into World 3.
Yeah, we played a little bit of this.
Time sweep begins. See
I'm gonna say this one doesn't hold up at all.
At all?
I don't think it holds up. Nothing about the way it looks ugly. I don't like the look of it.
That's fair. I feel like you're being kind of harsh towards our pal Blinks, though.
Okay, Blinks looks fine. I'm talking the environment, like these houses. I don't like this weird
Voodoo Vince art style.
Yeah, I don't like the look
Voodoo
of it.
Vince.
The UI looks bad.
I wish Blinks moved quicker. You know, for a cat, he's kind of slow.
There's really nothing about this that I'm into.
Not even the sweet jams.
The jams are okay.
The jams are fantastic. 5 monsters to go. Oh, I can't pick that up. And find another star. Oh, nailed it. Give me the star. Let me get it. Yeah.
Is it possible to stretch the 4x3 screen to 16:9? No. So I believe they just unless it's in the menu. Some games used to have that. I don't know if you want to check. No. Okay. We can't even check, so never mind. But it looks like they kind of default it. So, for example, when we get to SSX, it actually does default to widescreen, which is nice.
Oh, man. Got it. God.
Bob Jones says, when is a Blinks skin for your cat companion happening in Monster Hunter?
Real soon, I hope. Just talk to Capcom about that crossover. Make it happen. Grab all these things. Make sure I've got the ammo. Yeah. My dude, don't hop like that. Yeah. So the big thing about the game, I should probably just show it off before like we miss the chance to, is you get to control time with your sweeper.
Whoa.
So we got slow motion, so I can miss this guy a whole bunch more, but in slower motion, and then everything goes back to normal. So it'll give like interesting puzzle solution situations where you're like, oh no, this bridge fell over. How will Blinks tackle the obstacle? And you just got to rewind time, and you can run over it. That kind of deal.
Cool.
Yeah. Blinks. And you get to watch your replay, which is really cool. Be like, oh man, I'm so good at this game. I got a C+. But it's okay though, because you get to sell all your garbage. And then the other really cool thing is, between levels with all the money you get, you can actually go to the shop and you can buy different jackets. You buy jackets and different. You get a new upgraded sweeper. You get this cool red set.
Ooh.
It's fancy stuff all around. Sorry, I couldn't find anything. I found everything. I just couldn't afford it.
I'll fight that boss. All right,
Let's
there you
give
go.
this
That's
boss
a good.
a go, yeah.
We'll fight the boss. Maybe that'll be it for. Also, that design.
Yike Roonies. Blinks. We're off to a rough start already.
That design is bad, Ben.
It's got numbers.
That's a dumb boss.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
are you sure?
That's pretty dumb.
He looks like a sad walrus thing. I don't know what's going on.
Roll around on like some math homework.
Oh my god! I just want to. Okay, we're just gonna slow-mo this. Get out of here. We'll pick up this park bench.
Okay.
And then we're gonna miss with the park bench, but we're gonna hit with the garbage can. Come on. No. I need to grab that. Don't celebrate getting that slow too much. Oh god. No. Oh my goodness. So that was Blinks. It's a game that doesn't hold up very well.
No, it does not.
But yeah, time controls. Get time controlled on. I'm just really excited to move on to the next one.
So our last game, SSX3.
This is it.
Ben,
No,
it's you against the mountain.
just the mountain, just you. That's actually what it says on the back.
Oh yeah.
Bob, I'm a cat wielding a time controlling vacuum machine. I tried to aim, but also halfway through that boss fight, I was just kind of like, man, I just want to
Not play this.
I just want to be playing SSX. Like,
well, don't worry, we're about to do that.
we're about to do it. It's about to go down. Apparently, GameSpot gave Blinks a 6.3.
That's what someone's saying.
So close to a nice score. So close. Bullet Witch is getting a PC port, and I don't know why. Same. In 2018, we're able to play Bullet Witch in an actual 60 FPS environment.
Well, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that recently.
Yeah, which is a weird thing to bring up because who remembers Bullet Witch? Outside, what was it? The red versus. Oh, we were talking about the red versus blue
We
thing.
were talking about red versus blue. That's
what it was.
That's why we were talking
I brought
about
it back around. Yes, this is the last game we've played.
We played all the games.
It's just a real stack of games.
Stack of games right here. Played them all. All right, let's get into it.
I'm ready for it. By ready for it, I mean I'm very excited to play with low stats. That's okay. All right. So this game looks very good.
Yeah, this holds up pretty well.
And it runs very well.
The UI is maybe the only thing that you're like, ugh. But,
Yeah.
Other than that,
We got all these things. I'm just gonna dress myself up really quick. Looking good. And did we actually get? We do have money, so I'm gonna jump on this and try to make this a little bit easier on myself.
get some tricks.
Yeah, get some spin. Da-da-dum. Some acceleration.
Somebody says you left the sports game for last. Use sports games. I think you mean the best for last.
My dude, I don't know if you know. This is SSX.
This ain't any old sports
This
game.
is an extreme sports game. But yeah.
DJ Atomica's in this one.
He is. He
Great.
comes in and talks every now and then.
Right here. He's talking right now, actually.
The competitor spotlight continues featuring Mac Fraser. A strong showing on last year's circuit has SSX fans wondering what the uber-talented Gibber will be bringing to the slopes this time around. No doubt Mac has his sights set on the gold. Let's see if he can pull it off.
Yeah.
Let's do slope style because I
You're
need
playing
to.
Mac, right?
Yeah, I'm playing as Mac. He's my go-to dude. We're gonna do a slope style. So the way that they set this game up, it's kind of like semi-open world, in that as you're riding down the mountain, you kind of go off on different routes to pick what you want to like race or do. You got multiple events. But yeah, pretty good soundtrack, pretty good time. Played a lot of this on the GameCube, so the real big downside is if you're a person like me who played on the GameCube, the controls are way different on literally every other console.
Somebody says, I know this is sacrilege, but Amped better than SSX.
It's not sacrilege. Amped is a pretty good time.
Amped's pretty good. SSX probably is better snowboarding. Okay, so my love for Amped starts and ends with Amp 3.
Yeah.
Amp 3 is just a fever dream of a video game.
It's very, very
I
good.
love Amp 3.
I hope that gets made into like a game that I can play on my
Does
Xbox
that have backwards
One.
compatible?
I don't think so.
Well, it's like a launch game.
Yeah, right?
I think it was a 360 only, if I'm correct.
Oh!
Amp 3. Yeah, that was a 360 only launch game. Like that.
That's
How's that
right
not,
for it. It's right there.
Yeah, that's prime for backwards compatible. Doesn't look like it is. God, I loved Amp 3. Amp 3 is real good.
It's got a lot of really good personality in it,
Amp 3 is weird as shit.
in the best possible way. Oh no! So I still kind of fall into like my like I'll automatically go like from one Uber trick into the next one, and I can't do that yet because I don't have enough points in it, and it breaks my heart every time. See, like that.
Oh.
So you used to be able to just kind of get them all in there, but gotta level my dude up again.
Oh, I see. You're too used to a high level dude.
Yeah. So I'm writing checks that I can't cash, basically, which is why I gotta get all this money to level my dude up.
Zane's calling you out, saying you're bad.
Ooh. I don't know. This game came out a while ago, and I'm still kind of holding it together.
Mondo Zappis says, I thought Amp 3 was horrible. Well, you know, everyone's wrong about something.
Woof. Coming out.
Is Steep any good? I actually haven't played Steep.
Steep's all right.
I can't comment on it.
It let me down as a person from the Midwest who loves winter sports games. It kind of like it straddled the line between like simulation and extreme stuff too much and didn't like choose one side, and it made me get confused about it. But so we got our final heat. See if we can pull out that first place. Ooh, 1080 is a really good time.
SSX on tour, that's also a pretty good one.
I never played on tour, admittedly.
I never played 1080 Avalanche.
Really?
Jason saying that's one of their top 10 fave snowboarders, for sure.
It's a good time. I always like a bit of 1080. I still occasionally listen to the soundtrack for the original. It's just that kind of good to me.
Where's the Prince of Persia Warrior Within? Oh, that'd be an interesting one. I don't think any of the Prince of Persias are backwards compatible.
I'd be into it.
If they want to put, I mean, definitely Sands of Time for sure.
Heck yeah.
But if you want to put the other two backwards compatible as well,
so
I wouldn't mind.
slippery.
I never played Warrior Within because
I remember the ads for it.
I have all three of them on PC, and I had only played Sands of Time at a friend's house on Xbox. So when I finally picked them all up on PC, I was like, I want to play all these. So I played Sands of Time. I tried playing Warrior Within, and the game would just crash.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't, it would get me through like the tutorial, and then it would crash. I could never get it to run. But I would really like, and then I did end up playing Two Thrones though. So I never got to experience the dark middle chapter of the Prince of Persia trilogy.
Everyone's favorite part.
Oh, somebody's saying Sands of Time is already backwards compatible.
Is it?
There you go.
Oh shoot!
I might. That's pretty
Should get
good.
on some Sands of Time.
Yeah.
My dude, Mac, you gotta work with me here, buddy.
Well, good to know that I would like for them to put the other two.
The whole trilogy, all there.
I get why they would pick Sands of Time though. If they had to just
Yeah.
pick one. I don't know the logistics of why they only picked that one and not all three. They gotta do weird stuff like that. Like they gave Gears of War 3 4K support on the X, and they just recently gave Gears of War 2 4K support. Like they're slowly going backwards.
Yeah. 3, I still think 3 is like my favorite one though.
I think 3 is probably the best Gears of War. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
I remember playing a lot of 2 though.
It's not a lot of money.
You want to do one more
money.
thing, and then
Yeah.
we'll call it? We've been going for a while now. Not an hour
It's
and a half.
true. Let's do a race.
Once again,
Races are good times.
Yeah, this guy's calling out your lame combos.
My dude, I'm gonna tell you, you gotta play the game from the beginning again because it's not the same game that you remember it.
And you haven't played it in how long?
I mean, I haven't played it in a long time, but also like, you just don't spin or do tricks quick because you have to level everything up, and it
Throws you off.
it's not the same game that you remember from playing a long time ago after you've leveled your guy all the way up. And it messes with you a lot. But I guess that's the fun part in building it all up again. You get to redo all of it.
Staying Fate, so Splinter Cell Chaos Theory? Yeah, someone mentioned that earlier in the stream. I would love for the old Splinter Cell games to be backwards compatible. That'd actually be a pretty good show, especially since they seem to be building up some Splinter Cell hype.
Yeah.
If they were to work with Microsoft and be like, hey, make our old Splinter Cell games backwards.
Bring our boy Sam Fisher back. Those letters. Give me those letters.
Thankfully, we do have an original Xbox hooked up over in the office in our speed zone. So if we ever want to play old Spies versus Mercs,
It's all there.
dude, that'd actually be a really
We
fun-
really should.
We should do that.
We should probably do that.
We might be doing we got a video potentially in the works for old Splinter Cell games.
Yeah.
And that actually would be a good time to like, all right, everyone, let's get together and let's play some Spies versus Mercs for it. Somebody's saying, remember Cool Borders?
Yes, I
don't.
do. Cool Borders 2 was really good. For Snowboard Kids?
Somebody also mentioned Snowboard Kids.
Hell yeah, Snowboard Kids. Should do a list. Top 10 best snowboard games.
Some sort of Sean Palmer's Snowboarder.
I don't think I played that one.
Didn't Shaun White do one?
Probably.
There was a Shaun White snowboarding game.
He sounds like a boy who'd have a snowboard game.
Somebody says Vanquish. Yeah, they recently redid Vanquish on PC.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend playing that.
Very good time. It's interesting because I don't know if they fixed it yet, but like leveling up or bringing the game up to like solid frame rate and stuff actually made the game harder because you take damage twice as fast.
Yeah, it was a thing that I actually didn't notice when I first played the game, because I was playing it, I was like, man, this game's a lot tougher than I remember, but oh well, and like I was still getting through it.
Yeah.
And then to find out that like actually you're playing the game twice as hard, I was like, oh really? Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, so that was kind of interesting. I'm sure they fixed it by now, but
So he says, I thought Shaun White was awkward and boring. Yeah, I never played it. I'm just familiar with it.
was it Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer? That's the jam.
Dave is saying that you guys can just play both Prince of Persia trilogy and the Splinter Cell trilogy on PS3.
So that trilogy though is
I
not
heard the
good.
Splinter Cell one had some issues.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend playing it there if
Okay.
you want to play it. But
What were the issues?
I guess it just didn't run well or something. I just remember when it happened, everyone was like, "Yo, don't actually get this. It's not what you want it to be."
Okay. I never played it.
I want Metal Gear HD to come over as well. They've got Peace Walker and backwards compatibility,
Oh, really?
which gives me hope that they're trying to move people over. There we go. I saw someone say knock someone over earlier, but I had to wait till I was back in the pack to do it.
Someone's asking if we're playing on the S or the X, because it looks surprisingly good. We're playing on the X.
It looks this good on a regular Xbox One
Yes,
too, though.
so that's the thing, is this doesn't have, like, enhanced X support, so this will look just as good regardless of what version of Xbox you own.
Ooh, this is
This soundtrack.
it's a soundtrack. The thing that a lot of people don't notice too that SSX did really well was the interactive soundtracks. So they've always had music that kind of like goes in and out depending on what you do, which is really great.
Like right now.
Like right now, it pulls out because you're up in the air, and that kind of thing.
Another question, will you show Morrowind? We actually already did.
Yeah.
This is our last game. So sorry you're joining in at the end of the stream, but if you want to check out the whole stream,
It'll be there.
we do archive them.
Ooh. I got time. I can take the shortcut.
Do it. Finish strong, Ben.
I'm doing it. We're gonna get that first. We're gonna do it. I'm pretty sure I hit that.
Somebody says Silent Hill 2 for Xbox or Xbox One's backwards compatible. That'd be awesome. Because unfortunately, it's really hard to play an original version of. There's no way to really like get an original version of Silent Hill 2 to play, like on a modern system. There's like that HD collection which had all of its issues, and then I think they actually even like don't sell that anymore either. So it's like doubly bad.
Yeah, right. Oh no.
I wish there was just a simple way to play classic Silent Hill 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody says, play Full Spectrum Warrior. Great game. That will be available next week. And we will be checking that out along with some of the other games. I know they're going to have Mercenaries. They're going to have a ton of Star Wars games.
Ton of Star Wars games.
And somebody says, I wish the original Kingdom Hearts would come to Xbox. Did they never put out that HD collection on Xbox?
I don't think so.
Is Kingdom Hearts 3 coming to Xbox?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, because if it is, you think they would have put that HD collection
That
on.
would make sense.
But let me check the list we're getting next week. So next week we're gonna have another stream.
Oh, if we could get Tony Hawk's Underground 1 or 2. Sorry, I saw Tony Hawk get
people are
mentioned.
saying?
I'm like, yeah, that'd be a really good idea.
Downhill Domination. Is this the new Monster Hunter Fridays? Lol. No, we are still gonna be doing Monster Hunter Fridays.
It's true, and we need everyone we can get.
Because we're gonna be doing that hot new thing, that
where we need
person
flipping
event.
all the teams of people. So we're gonna try to get that to work.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, next week we're gonna be doing a bunch of more games. We got Destroy All Humans, Full Spectrum Warrior, Mercenaries, MX Unleashed, Panzer Elite, which is only UK, so we're not gonna do that one. And then we got Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. We got Jedi Academy. We got Jedi Starfighter, which I don't know if we have a copy of that one, so we might not do that one. Knights of the Old Republic 2 and Republic Commando. So we're going to be checking all of those out next week. Probably going to call it here, Ben.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think this is where we're going to have to call it.
I'm down.
Cutting this.
Let's do it. Cut it. Cut it out.
You keep playing.
Okay.
You just ride that.
I'm going to race without looking.
So thanks, guys, for joining us for this Xbox backwards compatible thing. Like we said, we're going to do this next week as well, showing off more of the games. And then you can catch me and Ben on Friday, doing Monster Hunter Fridays, as we always do. So look forward to that. And then I believe tomorrow we're going to be playing some of the new God of War. That'll be Rob and Sam, I believe.
Yeah.
So look forward to that.
Might be earlier, too? Earlier than usual?
Yeah, it might be a little earlier. It might be before GS Daily, which if you haven't watched GS Daily, you can also check that out. Kylie and Michael do that every day, talking about the news for half an hour as like a pre-roll into these streams, which is really cool. So make sure to check that out, guys, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.